Hi, I'm Darrell Poper, AIFD, floral designer and visual display artist for Shinoda Design Center. Today I'm going to show you a different kind of gift wrapping, a little bit more three-dimensional, and I call it paper sculpture. It's a little different than the tutorials that I gave at Christmas time when we did our gift wrapping at that time, but this time we're going to do something a little more challenging. And yes, you can do this. This is a good sit-down project. We're going to use some really beautiful paper. Shinoda carries this gorgeous paper for springtime. And what I've done is we're going to take scissors, and I recommend using scissors that are very short, not real long ones. They're going to be too hard to navigate and they're sharp, you'll get hurt. So what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the flowers here, cut it out, let your paper move with your hands. Follow the outside of the petal. It doesn't have to be perfect. The background can show a little bit. Really, it's just going to be fun and arty. There's no rhyme or reason for it having to be perfect. Here's our biggest flower. Cut out one more. The shade of this one is a different one, but I'm going to use them mixed together. It'll be a little bit more three-dimensional that way. The idea of the short scissors, you're able to maneuver around as you're cutting this out much, much easier. Large scissors, you're probably going to get part of your paper cut where you don't want it to be. This is a lot easier. You just want to make sure they're sharp. I'm going to also I want to have leaves on this flower, so I'm using part of the scraps that are left over. Very, very easy. This is, as I say, it's very relaxing. You can do this sitting down. I would suggest making more than you really need. Nothing's worse than when you're getting ready to start really doing your final project and you don't have enough and you've got to stop and go back and make more. And I'm using a glue gun this time instead of a pan glue. Those of you who know me know that I use pan glue quite a bit for most of my floral projects. But when it comes to paper, I like a glue gun better. And I do recommend whatever gun you use the glue sticks that go with their gun. Don't mix different brands together, because what will happen, your glue gun will get jammed up, it won't work. You're just gonna have to throw it out and start all over. So this is a Floral Life gun, I'm using Floral Life sticks. Okay, here's our leaf. We're gonna make this flower very three-dimensional. This time I'm gonna use a yellow one in the center of this. I like to see the colors be very variegated. As you would a natural flower, you would see it that way. And since this is paper, we're making our own little fantasy flowers here. So this is our bottom one, the one with the leaf. We're going to take the next one and we're going to cut the flowers. We're going to cut to the inside. And then this part's a little tricky, but you want to be really careful. Turn your scissors sideways and lightly roll the petals out, in. If you do it too hard, you're going to rip it. So be real careful. This would be the same technique as you would be using when you're curling a ribbon. But again, as I said, your ribbon is very sturdy. The paper is very thin. You have to be real careful how hard you pull on it. And then one more. This will be our small one. This is the one that's going to be in the center. I turn our scissors sideways. You could use a pencil if you feel more comfortable. A pencil would work great. I'm already here with this, so I think this is going to work just fine. The second flower that's going to go in the middle of this, we've cut this. We're going to take glue from our glue gun, and we're going to go down one side of the strip that we sliced, and take your flower and pinch it, pull it over it, and overlap it. So now what we have, our flower is cup-shaped. Bottom one is going to be flat. The second one is cup-shaped. We're going to do the same thing with the last one. Glue. Pinch it in. Whoop. Now we're going to take our biggest flower, put glue in the center. Second flower on top of it. Pushing it down to make sure it sticks good. And then our last flower, this is going to go in the middle. I'm going to pinch this one in just a little bit tighter. And here we have our three-dimensional flower. Okay, now we're going to wrap the present. I'm going to use a really pretty, real sheer ribbon in kind of a citrus green color. Now our flowers are going to be the decoration on this box, so I'm not going to use a big ribbon bow this time. Take your ribbon and go underneath the top one. Again on this side, same. Tie it in a knot. Okay, now, I don't want a bow on this one, so what we're gonna do, and I want my flower to be raised up. We're gonna use a piece of styrofoam on the top of the box to raise up our first flower. So I make a small one here, trim our edges down just a little bit. And there's a lump in the middle of the bow, so I wanna make sure this sits down flat. So took the end of a knife, kind of cupped it in. I'm gonna work fast with this because normally a glue gun on styrofoam melts it. Hold it. I'm gonna take one of our flowers, glue all over the back of it. It's our little paper garden. Here's the one we just made. Let the leaf hang over the edge. Very three-dimensional. Do one more big one. That's what I mentioned before, is to have enough flowers done in advance. Nothing would be harder than to have to go back and make another flower when you say, oh, I'm almost finished, but. And here we have our paper garden. Be great for a wedding gift. Your gift would certainly stand out above everybody else's there. Probably the person that receives this is not going to want to open the gift. They're going to say, oh, I love the decoration so much. What do I do? What you could do would be to slice the bow off the sides, lightly lift this up, and then you could cut the paper around the edge of it. Then you'd have the whole piece in one piece. You could put it in a shadow box on a wall. Definitely it would fit in a shadow box frame. The flowers could be taken off. You could spray these, lacquer them. They could have a pin put on the back. You could use them for a corsage pin for a lady. They could be used for a magnet on the back to use on your refrigerator, on a bulletin board, or you could even put it on a greeting card to make your own greeting card. Imagination is up to you. If you like this gift, you could buy this one from Shinoda and cut the ribbon as I discussed before and put this on your own gift. Thanks for being with me today, and stay with us for more inspiration from Shinoda Design Center.